So the question I just got was, Dad, how do you be successful? And I didn't have a great answer for that because kids, younger people, they look up to what they think is success, or they look up to people who they think should be successful, and they have questions that in society they're not necessarily easy to answer. What does success mean? It means fast cars, it means fast women, it means fast money. This is kind of the stuff that I grew up thinking that's what success was. But with many years, many years under my belt, that's not exactly what it is. So in this video, I want to go over 4 myths that I bought into in terms of what success is, what it looks like, but more importantly, what it's not. And hopefully you can take away from this what success is. So the first myth is that success equals wealth and fame. Think of the Taylor Swifts. Think of the LeBron James. I hate that. Never mind. Think of think of professional athletes, movie stars, artists, people that are rich and famous, the Kardashians. That looks like success in on social media, in magazines, whatever it might be. That's what we're told successful people look like. But in reality, and I'm seeing this more as I've aged, developed, put thought into, is that it's more personal and it's more subjective than that. I can't tell you what success is, but I can throw some ideas towards you. Success can be having a healthy family. Success can be holding down a job and putting a roof over your family's head. Success can be traveling the world because that's what you set as a goal, and now you've put yourself in a position to be able to do that. Success can be being a leader in your community, running the food bank. There is no one size fits all when we talk about success. And it's hard, at least for me, it's hard to get that. It's hard for me to understand that because I'm chasing that next milestone. I'm chasing that next level. But if I sit back and I look at family, friends, opportunities, relationships, I really have to slow down and say, you've already hit success. You may want more, but you're already winning. Myth number 2 about success, or what it means, is that success comes from hard work. I work hard. I've worked hard so much of my life. But let me tell you that hard work does not mean you're successful. You can go into work and you can be the best employee. You can be the best boss. And you can go in from 8 in the morning until 7 at night every day. That doesn't mean you're successful. That won't give you the opportunities that you think that it will. Instead of thinking about hard work, think about work that provides opportunities. And I'll give you an example. For much of my career, I worked hard. I worked hard in the restaurant industry. I worked hard in the airline industry. It made me successful, meaning, yes, good healthy family, good relationships, good friends, good times, good experiences, but it didn't make life easy. It didn't give me more opportunities. Now, working at an AI company, hard work can be seen as working with your team in an Airbnb, drinking coffee, shooting the shit, and then having an idea come up that we can implement into our next iteration of a product. That's not hard work for me. I didn't break a sweat. I enjoyed my time. So sometimes the hard work is hard because it's not what you're supposed to do. When you're in your zone, when you're doing what you're supposed to do, it really is easy. Myth number 3 is that to be successful, it's the lone wolf mentality. You have to do this on your own. If you don't do it on your own, are you really successful? I've tried to get many small business ideas off the ground. And I've always taken the lead, taken the idea and started to push forward And yes, I brought some people, or I had some people join me, but I always thought like I have to do this. And what I've realized is that I'm becoming more successful in business because I joined a team that brings their strengths and adds them to my weaknesses. They take my strength and add it to their weaknesses. And we really are rising above. You know how the saying is, a rising tide lifts all boats. That's what it's like to be successful with a team. You bring what you have and you pair it with other skilled and like-minded individuals. That's success. That's where work becomes fun. That's where you're not really grinding. You're enjoying the process, which I always thought was like a fucking annoying saying. Oh, enjoy the process. Fuck the process. The process is actually good when you're on a right team. Myth number 4 is that success is a destination. When you have this, you're successful. When you get that, you've become successful. And I'm guilty of this all the time, because when I get my Ferrari, it's coming. But when I get my Ferrari, that's when I made it. But when the bad days are bad and you really sit back and you take account of everything that you do have, whether that just be you're on this side of the fucking dirt, the sun came up again, or you look at, well, I'm going to go fishing this weekend, or it was nice that I was able to go and have lunch with this person. These are all wins that, at least for myself, I often overlook. Even though I appreciate them, I often overlook them. But this is, I believe, when you look back on your life, when, you know, hopefully friends and loved ones are at your funeral, they're not talking about the fuck. They'll talk about my Ferrari because it's going to be fucking mint. But they're not talking about the stuff that you have. They're talking about the opportunities you brought to them. They're talking about the relationships, the memories that they created. To me, that in and of itself makes for a successful life. So you need to, I suggest, get off the fucking TikTok, get off Instagram, Facebook, wherever we're on for these social accounts, because they're not helping you be successful. Now, you may genuinely feel, hopefully after watching this video, but you may genuinely feel like, I've got it. Success is mine. But doubts will always creep up, kind of like dandelions in your yard. They just pop up. So in this video, we talk about the insecurities and how to try to keep them at bay. Get your coffee. We'll talk about it.